You're the problem. Okay.
I'm the problem.
Now I
Always
know.
the problem.
All right.
It was the fireball.
No, it's okay. I just need to
Fireball.
know what I'm dealing with, Mark. That's all.
He's the problem.
He's the instigator, though. He's not the.
I am the instigator. Yes.
He's
Okay.
also Josh's crush. We're just saying to Josh. He
Oh.
has a huge crush on Mark.
Yeah,
Mark's
yeah.
like his boyfriend.
Okay. This is good news. This is good information to have. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy giving Josh shit at this event, just so you know.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what Josh is there for.
Yep.
Good
Yeah,
deal.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as he knows that. Yeah.
Oh, he'll know.
He knows.
He'll know. We'll remind him if he's forgot.
Yeah, we'll
If
remind
he's
him that he
forgotten, we'll
loves
tell
it.
him. Mm-hmm.
Josh has lots of buttons.
Hey, this is Todd with Trails Off Road, and I am on the Trailhead podcast.
Hello, Trailheads, and welcome to the Trailhead. Before the trails start today, we need to have a short safety meeting. Off-roading is an exhilarating but inherently risky sport. The insights and opinions that are shared by our hosts and any experts or guests on the podcast are intended to inform and inspire, not replace professional guidance. The Trailhead guests, partners, and any sponsors are not liable for any actions that you take based on what you hear. It is your responsibility to seek professional advice and make informed decisions, especially when attempting potentially dangerous activities. Always check current trail conditions and comply with local laws and regulations. Off-roading requires careful preparation and respect for safety, so ensure that you're well prepared before hitting the trails. And now that that's out of the way, buckle up and let the stories begin.
Welcome to the Trailhead, where trails start and stories unfold.
One, two, three.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Now here's JD.
Everybody.
Welcome to the Trailhead. We are live on Instagram.
What
All
is
right.
going on?
And we have Mark. Mark, are you in here in any official capacity, or are you just here as Mark?
I'm here as Mark Spartacus
All
and
right.
JT,
There you go. All right.
hanging out
Good
with some
deal.
friends.
Welcome, man. What are you drinking tonight?
You know what? I'm drinking a bottle full of water.
Oh,
Nice.
All right.
So for now,
okay.
Hydrating for a second. He's
Same.
hydrating before the big run
Yeah.
later.
You can hydrate before
Fair
the
enough.
parting
oh,
shot.
that's my wife we got here too.
Very nice. Very nice. Hello.
Hi. Hey guys.
See, and we're all one big happy.
There you go.
Tell us about
That's
your
awesome.
your rig. So what do you drive, Mark?
So I've got what's left of a 2020 Jeep Gladiator. So
That's a
it
big
is
story here on a regular basis.
Right.
Yeah, I think you have around a third left also, maybe even less than that now.
Yeah, I mean, we're right on par. Our vehicles are pretty much really the same.
It's
Yeah.
Misfit's
Mark-
brother,
Mark's
but he
solid.
hasn't got an Atlas yet, and he's mad that he doesn't have his Atlas yet because that's the only thing you have that he doesn't have.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can foresee him getting one in the near future, but it's going to be interesting. I'm still trying to figure that thing out. So I'm so used to just going boop and popping it in, or going, stopping and going to 4 low. Now you got to roll about 5 miles an hour and pop it in, and there's so many different combinations, and I'm still trying to learn those, and I haven't done it yet. And I haven't really spent much time figuring it out.
Let's go figure it out in San Paulo.
Yeah, let's go do it during a major Jeep event.
Yeah, no kidding, right? In front of everybody. Hold on, give me a second. I'll be right up. So I think we're going to probably hit some trails next week at Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. So we'll see. We were in a booth. We're no longer in a booth. So we were supposed to be with Baja. And due to some technical difficulties, their booth got washed out. So they're in there with Best Top, and Best Top has already got a vehicle in there. But it's, it's kind of good for us. So it frees us up for the week. So we're going to go in there and just walk around, hang out, and we're going to just do whatever we want.
Nice.
That's
Pretty
my
happy.
favorite.
That's fun.
but which I'm totally fine with.
I will continue to ask this question every time I hear about that event. It's Tennessee in August.
Yeah,
It's Tennessee in August, though. It's going to be so hot.
it is supposed to be. So the crazy thing is we've had upper 90s with the humidity. So 90s feels like 100 plus.
Yeah.
So when it drops down to low 90s and like upper 80s, kind of like you guys in the desert, right?
Yeah.
So it's like once it drops even low 90s, it's like, oh, this actually isn't bad. So it's supposed to be like upper 80s when we're there.
Yeah, if it
So I'll
could
be okay
stay
with that.
86 where I live all year round, it'd be
Oh my
perfect.
gosh. See, I love that. I love Utah. I'd move there in a heartbeat.
Where are you
It's
at,
been
Mark?
hot this year too, though.
Really?
I go ahead and move here. I'm down.
Oh, we 100%. We talk about it all the time. We try to convince my wife when she comes out for Trail Hero. So, to answer your question, my wife and I, so we moved from Washington State to Aiken, South Carolina.
Oh, that's a hell of a jump from one coast to the other.
It really is. Yeah, it was a big jump. Why did we do that? I'm not quite sure. So we do a lot.
Why not Maine?
I know, right? Yeah, let's keep on going. But no, we do a lot with horses. So we've got 7 horses.
Nice.
Roping horses, things like that. So we have. Oh, thank you. My wife brought me a beverage. So cheers.
There you go.
Cheers.
Yeah, so horses. We got horses, and Aiken is a huge horse community, but it is more. It's more well known for its eventing and English riding. I call it goofy horse riding.
Dressage.
Sorry for any dressage people out there in your goofy pants.
See, I know.
Not trying to offend you people, but no. But the western side is starting to get a lot bigger out here, which is good. So
Okay.
that's what we do. But yeah, we've got amazing horses. If you guys ever come out, we'll throw you on one.
Oh, I'm ready to come.
We've got good horses.
We're already planning on shipping our Jeeps to your house for Jeep Beach next year.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You
And
can.
then flying out and then staying with you for a little bit. But we haven't told you that,
Yeah.
but that's the
We
plan.
have so much room.
Welcome live in the air. You've been committed.
Yeah, we're just making up destinations.
I'm
That would
like,
be
we've
awesome.
already been like, how do we get to Jeep Beach? Like, I don't want to drive all the way out there with the trailer now that we've done it. And
Yeah.
I want to ship them to your house, and then we'll like drive down there, and then we'll come back.
Yeah.
And,
Oh my gosh.
and then we'll ship them back.
Yeah, that'll be great, and we can work out all the logistics and where to fly into, and we'll pick you up, and we have plenty of room for you guys.
Done.
So it'll be done. Done. Make it happen. Let's do this.
Oh boy.
Hey, let's go back to talking about your Jeep for a second.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted.
I don't even know
So-
how we got off topic there, but that
I don't
happens all
either.
the
What
time
happened?
here. It will
It happens
happen
on a regular
multiple
basis.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
usually an hour before we get to business. So
so
go ahead, Pope.
So let's kind of compare Misfit and Spartacus side by side.
They're
Yes.
brothers, by
They're-
the way.
yeah,
they're
they're
like
basically
pretty
the-
much brothers.
Basically the same truck. You have
Yes.
a 392 from America's Most Wanted, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You've got triple bypass suspension or
Yes.
just coilovers? Triple bypass.
Yep.
So he's got double throwdown, and you have coilovers in the rear.
What's
Yep.
your axles?
513. So I got the Dynatrac, the Pro Rock 60s in there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
60s front and back.
Yep. So 60s.
Okay.
Yeah, you got 60s.
That's where he's
from there,
at.
Yep.
Dynatrac. I
Mhm.
have Dana Ultimate Dana 60s.
which are awesome.
Yep, they're all good. Motobilt sliders,
Yes.
Motobilt Bob Bed,
Yes.
tire carrier.
Yep.
Yeah, it's basically the same truck at this point.
It is. Yeah. I think the only difference.
Other than the axles and the gearing, I'm geared at 538. And
Yeah.
513 would give me a little bit more power and oomph on the road. Like you would
Yep.
smoke me on the, racing me, you'd smoke me because of my gearing. But, yeah.
No, it's awesome. And then I think our bumpers are a little different. So they got their new.
Oh yeah, your bumpers are different.
Yeah. You have
Yeah.
the
The
Tomahawk.
new Gladius. The new Gladius frame.
Oh, you have the
top.
Gladius one.
Yes.
Oh, see. That's a nice one. It has the fog light holes in it.
Yeah, which I love. Yeah,
Nice.
not a lot of new content on there, which is crazy. Just because I haven't been wheeling much at all.
Well,
Yeah, I
you've
feel
been
that.
building like we have. Like you've been
Yeah.
having a building year.
Right. That's really all it's been. So, Trail Hero is going to be our good. I'm going to get a shakedown around here probably in the next week or so. But
See, now the nitty gritty is all the stuff that he's had done by his shop that knows what they're doing versus what's gone on with my Jeep, where we've been
Where you've had to
having the
redo
shop
things.
having to redo everything with the shop that knows what they're doing now.
Are you triangulated, Mark?
no, not yet.
Okay. I was just curious. And
Yeah.
we're not either. So he's trying to figure out suspension stuff. We've just had a really that's the one thing we gotta
I don't know if you saw my Bluetooth upper control arm link.
I did see that. That blew my mind.
Bluetooth
Yeah.
upper
So-
control arm link.
So that was put on by the old shop, and like I said, make sure your Jeep guy knows how to weld. That was
and fabricate.
And
There's a lot of
fabricate.
problems there. Like there's so many problems there that it's not just
so like
solving
when I
problems,
look at it now, because I didn't look at it that close before. I'm like, oh, the control arm's on there, or whatever, right? When I look at it now, look at this. It's like, and this is on my big screen TV in front of me right now, so it's even.
It's even more in your
check
face
out.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, so he took the lower spring bucket and moved it to where you wanted to put the control arm bracket. Did a shitty job of welding those things back together. And then welded the upper control arm bracket onto the spring bucket mount, the lower spring bucket. And I didn't realize that's kind of what he had done before. I was just kind of like, oh, it works. But now that you look at it, it looks like some shit some redneck farmer would do who just fucking had some parts and tried to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, this is terrible that I paid money for this.
We paid a lot of money and custom money for custom stuff. And now we're in a really good place with a really good shop. But
Yeah.
like we need to, like the only thing we haven't addressed on, because Misfit's been getting engines and things like that. My entire suspension is now solid and great. It's now his suspension we need to, like, it sucks because it feels like all we've done is build. And now we're like, okay, so now we have to fix it.
I've spent as much time rebuilding as I've spent building it. But it's
You've actually been building it?
Well, so that's the cool thing is Mark does not have the crappy rear end suspension like I have. But we'll see what mine turns into now that we're fixing it right. It was laughable. Like Rob showed me the video of it, and he's like, "We can weld it back together to make it work." I'm like, "Don't fucking do that. Just weld it right."
We just don't, we're going to weld it and get it, like, they're going to put it together with, like, duct tape and zip ties. Just kidding. No, they're going to put it back together kind of the way that it is for Trail Hero, and then after Trail Hero is getting an entire new suspension. But it's just really
welded.
nice.
Depends on how good what they put on there, because if what they put on there is good enough to last for now, I might wait another 3 months before we do 4-link and 3-link.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, well, they're not going to let us be bad. Like, they're awesome.
No.
They laugh. They're like, "Is this for real?"
Yeah, and it's almost like they didn't even really realize how bad it was when they were looking at it.
I didn't realize how bad it was when you guys told me it was bad. Then that was the first time I was like, oh, it was really, really bad then. Like, that's just...
Well,
Like,
this
I
is
don't
just a taste. It's been a year of this, and we're kind of fed up. Like, the thing is that people need to know this is a very reputable person in our community.
Yeah.
And we gave him a lot of business, and a lot of people go to him because of us. And we've tried to keep our mouth shut because we're like, well, maybe it's this or maybe it's that. And then it's just like, when he showed me that video, I was like, we need to post it because it needs to be clear that this is unsafe. We were driving off of the Rubicon on the highways for an hour and a half back to our hotel, and we checked everything before we left, but that like snapped basically on our drive home from the Rubicon, and that could have gone terribly bad going down this highway. It's dangerous. Like, that's the problem, that it's at the point where it's dangerous. And we don't know, and there's a lot of people that don't know that go and get their shit built by people, and it's just unsafe and
we've been
bad practice.
very
We've been
cautious
very quiet.
not to say things. We don't want to badmouth a company, right?
No, but
Right.
at this point, it's our safety, and it's been like one weld after another weld after another weld, and like shitty bracketry that he like zip tied and duct taped together, and like, I mean, it's laughable. It's things that like I didn't know, and I don't know what it's supposed to look like, and then all of a sudden I see what it's supposed to look like, and I'm like, how in the hell did I ever let that happen? But at the same time, you don't know until you know, and so it's really important. And it was like when I saw that video, I said, screw it. I know I've been telling you we're not going to post anything, and we're not going to talk about it online, but it's really important for people to know that this is the work that's happening. So anyway, I'm done talking about that. It's important though.
Yeah, no, it really is, and I've known you guys since you started that journey, and I'm not going to mention names either, but it blew my mind when we spoke about the place that did it for you. It really blew my mind.
Right.
So, yeah. But anyway, it's just I completely agree with you. Not having wells, things like that. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
I like Aaron's. Aaron skids the LJ. Left enough room for Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. Like
that's a good one. That made me giggle.
Yeah. And I was just wondering what the hell the popping sound was that whole time.
Like we were just trying to figure it out. Like he's driving in front of me, and I'm like he's popping, and I'm
every
watching
one of these
his back
fucking
end, and
joints is broke.
Like, oh my gosh, it was just like, it's crazy that like this stuff happens, and like it's very dangerous. Like people drive these things, and we're in crazy situations, and I understand stuff happens. Like it's not like I expect like every single part to hold together perfectly,
especially with what we do. But
right, but I expect somebody to at least try.
I mean, I do roughhouse, and welds can break when you roughhouse, right?
A roughhouse,
right?
But that's not the kind of thing that is caused by the roughhousing. That's caused by not knowing what the fuck you're doing.
Right.
It's bad
design. Building like a terrible.
It's bad design. It's like a house of cards sitting on top of my axle.
Yeah.
With no support for lateral movement. That was designed for vertical workload. That wasn't designed for having the control arm on. So, yeah, it's funny. It's been good up to this point, but I know how many times like there's people like Aaron Skids the JL who finally are like, your builds aren't good. Let me.
It was like nobody wanted to tell us.
Nobody wanted to tell us.
It was really funny. Like nobody wanted to tell us. And I'm really glad that he's
and like certain people would say things, and I'm like, is that guy just being fucking rude? And no, those guys are our friends. Anyone who didn't tell us that you noticed my Jeep was a piece of shit and didn't tell me, that's on you.
It wasn't that it was a piece of shit. It was just that you gave money to the wrong person. That's all. And we've all been there at this point. So
yeah, we've all done that.
And we all have. It's just like we're done breaking. We're going to break our silence at this point. Like it's kind of like becoming like a very big safety feature. And we're seeing people that we know go in there and get work done and things like that. And it's like they need to know what's really even happening. But anyway, we can change the subject. I just wanted to address that because we went out there and we really called it out. So yeah.
Good deal. Good for you.
No.
That's awesome. All right. Well, all right, we'll get 15 minutes in before we got to business, so I feel like we're making an accomplishment. I feel that's at least a step in the right direction. Yeah. We don't have any reviews this week, and no new Patreon subscribers, but a shout out to our 2 that we do have. Thank you, Al. Yeah. Thank you, Nate.
Starting small, baby.
Starting small. I'm good with it. I'm all right with it. We got the listeners. I know you guys are out there listening. I can see it. I know you're listening. So, we are giving away a swag pack at 30. So it's got stuff in it it's got an 8-gang switch panel. I've got crap from Just Cruisin'. I've got stickers and stuff from Rock Tamers. I can't remember what else I got in there. I've got shirts from a few other folks, Gem and the Misfit shirts, Trailhead shirts, all that fun stuff. So we get to 30 reviews. I will give it away to one of those people that left one of the first 30, and then we'll try to keep that up as we go on here.
Great.
We're at 17, so we're more than halfway there. I'll take it. This is another reminder. If you have off-roading news, it said you stopped recording, and then now it shows you're fine.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
It tells me I stopped recording too.
Why don't Why don't you leave and come back real fast just to make sure? All right. We Riverside's a fun platform. Sometimes it works. Sometimes we have fun issues.
It's all right. It happens.
All right.
There you go.
Hello.
Hey.
It's the beauty of live.
That's it.
Yep.
It's live TV. Anything can happen.
Okay, we'll do it live. All right. Let's see here. If you've got off-roading news or an event like Trail Hero or something else or something small and local, you want to promote it, just drop me a line. I have no problem bringing it up on the show.
Yeah.
And, or you can just leave us a voicemail at 719-408-0132 and I'll play your ad. Essentially, you can make it an ad. Just call in, leave us a voicemail message, and I'll play it. I'm easy. 719-408-0132. And then I had two things that I wanted to bring up. I'm actively seeking an unpaid intern on top of our one that calls in and leaves us our messages. So if somebody's out there looking to edit video or do some light editing, let me know. I'd be interested in talking with you. And then the other thing I'm going to mention is, and this is for influencers, people with businesses. Don't put your fucking stickers on my Forest Service signs. They're Forest Service signs. They're meant to mark the trail. They're meant to mark whatever's out there for everybody to be there for. Don't put your stickers on it. I don't care if you're a business that offers recovery services. I got into it with a guy that has a business here and then offers recovery services for a price. And he went around all of the trails near my house here and put his stickers all over the forest signs. And I'm just like,
did you see my OnlyFans sticker over there on Chinaman?
No, I did not.
I'm your biggest fan, by the way.
Oh, great. I bet you are.
But just don't put them out there. I hate seeing it.
But do put them on the top of the world in Sand Hollow, please.
There are differences, right? There are places where it's okay to put them up at. Like there's Kingston Peak has a mailbox at the top of it. Put your stickers on that. Yeah. Those kinds of things. Just be mindful.
Trail Hero, get here.
Please.
I know.
You can't say those words. Like I'm like jonesing for some Sand Hollow right now.
Me
like
too.
you came in and started talking about it before we even started like recording.
Oh, I'm itching.
Oh, man.
I am itching. Like we have been in build mode and he understands because he's been in build mode and that place is like my personal Disneyland. That is my happiest place on earth.
Yeah.
And I feel like I haven't been home for a really long time and I need to just go put my tires on some rocks.
How long were you without Spartacus?
Oh, man. Let's see. So I left it out there after the last Trail Hero and then got it back just before Jeep Beach in April. So it was gone that long. Yeah, it was gone for a really long time.
Wow.
But, and then it's been gone, just getting loose ends tied up. So it was gone again for almost 3 weeks. I just got it back and then I had to get a few other things done here. So it was gone for another week. I just got it back today and now I'm trying to get everything wrapped up before we take off on Tuesday, head up to Tennessee.
Nice.
So,
Nice. Pope Randy, do you guys are both your vehicles at the shop right now?
Yep.
Yeah, it's super annoying.
Yep, Jen and Misfit are both in the shop.
Well, I told him, I
Not
said,
bitter at all.
Check her out. The shock's fine if we can't get it rebuilt right away, because usually the shock place is usually backed up, and so I just didn't want her sitting over there. So I said, just check her out and then give her back to me, and then I'll bring her back when you can take the shock off and do it with the shock. Well, they had time, so I gave her my Jeep, and I'm so mad. And I'd rather just get it done.
Yep, they had the time. They had the opening.
Usually it's like 2-3 weeks. I thought I'd have like a couple weeks with her and then like I could send her back. So I was really irritated that they were ready for it. So.
But at least you get it done.
Yeah, it's nice when they have time to get you in and get
no, I
it.
totally agree. Like, I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm complaining because I was hoping for at least a couple weeks with her before I had to put her back over there.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. It really
is.
You get it.
But yeah, no, I'm very grateful.
I've just been on call, so I haven't been out. So I'm going out this weekend.
Huh.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up on Argentine finally this summer. I have not been up there yet this year.
That's your favorite too.
It is. I'm very happy for it. I'm gonna get around the mountain. The backside of it looks like the San Juans, and I got my replacement drone, so I go out there and try not to crash it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your drone's broke too.
Yeah, mine's broke. I crashed it into a mountain.
So
Like
that's my thing. That's what I do.
Yeah, and I don't normally do drone videos. As you probably noticed on our page, it's like 1 out of 2,000 has a drone video.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a drone. I bought a Mavic Pro years ago. I've flown it once. I forget I have it. So
yeah.
I'll probably have it trail here this year, hopefully.
Pope, I lost your audio.
Oh.
Oh.
There you are.
Oh, there you go.
Nope, audio's out.
Your audio's out. Uh-huh.
Nope.
Now I lost video too. Oh. It doesn't like you tonight.
It says you're muted down at the bottom there.
It says it's because he has no microphone.
Oh, I gotcha.
So he'll have to leave and come back again.
Yeah.
When we first started using this platform, it had this was a regular occurrence. Like the first 10 episodes, it was just a struggle bus getting this shit rolling.
Yeah.
It's a lot better now, but man, it's still sometimes we have issues. So let's see here. All right. When Mark, what are you doing? Are you just going there? You're going there in official capacity for Trail Hero, right? Like you're not going to be just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, there'll be something going on every day. I'm sure every night.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. It'll be amazing. We still can't hear you guys.
Nope. Still says no microphone, man. Like when you came in, the Scarlet said live, and then now it's gone.
Yeah, they're
I'm gonna bet he has to reboot. Yeah, it's I just did. I was at All for Fun here in Colorado, and it's a lot of work when you're going to these events to be, either presenting or doing something.
Right.
And you end up burning the candle at both ends, and then by the end of the week, you're just exhausted.
Yep, absolutely. Now, are there any specific trails you're wanting to hit at Trail Hero this year?
No, I'm very much a 3 to 5 kind of guy. Like I'm not really a super difficult. I'll do a 6. It's not my go-to, but I'll do it. I mean, I'm just running a 2.5-inch lift and 35-inch tires, so okay. I got a lifetime Mopar warranty on my 2015 Jeep, and I want to keep it.
There you go. I don't blame you. Well, if we hit Tuckerville Falls, you'll definitely have to come with us. That's a good one.
Oh, I'm good for that. Yeah. I would love to, actually.
And there's a lot of, and I know Randy's talked about this in the past too. There's a lot of bypasses on things.
Yeah. And we talked about it. We had Rich on the episode. I haven't finished editing the episode yet. But we had Rich Klein on from Trail Hero, and he was talking about it. Yeah. And he's, he was real. They're real. They make a point of making sure that they're trying to keep trails for different levels, and people make sure everybody gets excited about something they're getting into out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, no, they've done a really good job.
Can you hear us now? Yay!
Yes,
we can. Yeah,
I had to reboot
everything.
Okay,
that's all right. Sounds better now.
Okay.
All right,
Rich has done a good job at that, and they even put on a beginner's clinic up there for people, which I think is a really great thing to bring in new wheelers.
Yeah. Well, especially there's a lot of people that get into this and they have no idea what they're doing with these vehicles. Mm-hmm. So
it's intimidating. It really can be. You roll up there and you see just people, or I've never run into one.
You see Mark show up with his Gladiator, and you're there on your 33s, and you're.
Oh, I'm gonna feel like a pipsqueak compared to all of the Jeeps that I'm sitting next to. I'm 100%
You'll definitely
unprepared
be
for
the
it.
little guy there for sure.
Well, and Sand Hollow's
I'm scrappy,
intimidating.
damn it.
And
okay.
Sand Hollow's intimidating, but once you do it for a few minutes, then you start getting this weird confidence with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt the same way about Moab. Once you start climbing up those rocks, Jen still looks at me like I'm a crazy person every time she sees video from Moab, and she's just like, I can't believe those people are doing that. I'm like, yeah, but once you put your wheel on the rock, you just go up. Like, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Hope, have you done You've Got to Be Nuts yet?
No, I haven't.
I have.
You have?
Yes.
I have not.
I hate that obstacle. Honestly, it's nothing as long as you do it right. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that the risk is huge, but it's not that technical. You just have to stay momentum and not spin your tires. But there is one spot that if you get icky, you're icky. I would not want to back down off of that thing.
I wouldn't either.
I feel like I finally have the seat time to keep going forward and just keep pushing, stay in it and go.
Yeah.
Last time I walked up to it, I'm like, I know exactly how to do it. I'm just a little nervous about actually trying to do it.
Yep.
And Randi ends up doing it. And it's a fun obstacle, but it's a little, you see these guys do this where they warm up their tires and they start at the bottom and they go up. You can actually just kind of get a running start with a little bit of momentum and just climb it.
Yeah, but you want your tire. It depends on how warm it is too.
Yeah,
that is true. Yeah,
that's true.
If it's colder, you want to warm up your tires. There's no reason not to, because if it's cold, you're not gripping. It's it's right on the line of.
It looks shitty when you get up to it, and but it also at the same time looks very doable. You're like, oh yeah, sit down the bottom. Looks like it's fine.
But see, look, that's what can happen.
That's the consequence, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that can go bad. That can go real bad.
If you're doing that, hit the fucking neutral or just don't. Whatever you do, don't ride the brake on the way down, please.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you guys probably have too. I mean, there's been some pretty gnarly rollovers on that hill.
Oh, it's nasty.
This whole area, it's nasty. I'm not really quite sure if I'm there yet. I feel like I've got the experience to do it. Just messing with my head.
I think you got the motor for it.
I think that what you have to do is get there. The thing is it's one of those obstacles that it really depends on the day too, because it depends on if the sun's directly on it, if it's warm, if it's cold, if you gotta really pay attention to the weather on it too. Mm-hmm. But agreed. You watch other people do it for a while, because there's a lot of people that do it all the time. They would rather do that than do the backside, because the backside's pretty nasty too. It's not it both the bypass is not anything to there's people who would rather do You Gotta Be Nuts because they've done it enough times, they know how to do it, and they'd rather do that than the backside of it. So it's pretty
with most of these obstacles in Sand Hall, there's a line that's the right way to go about doing it. And
I need to point out this person here.
Certain amount of momentum.
The unicorn there.
Oh, nice.
That's funny.
That is funny.
It's a JD fan.
But I think you would be fine. You just have to keep your momentum and just not spin your tires. Yeah. After a couple of days, out on that rock, you'll kind of figure out what you're.
I saw Lissa, not the Lissa that's on our show. What's her Jeep called? I can't remember.
Her page is AZ Jeep and Grill.
Yeah, AZ Jeep and Grill. Yeah.
She's so the blue. She's a rad.
Her last attempt when I was there, this is the time I didn't do it. She drove up that thing like a maniac and was bouncing around all crazy. And
she handled it though.
She handled it. She took that bucking Bronco and took control of it and got up to the top. Yeah, and then she's like, "Oh shit!" I don't even know what her reaction was because I missed it.
Oh, I saw the reaction. She went, "Oh."
It's
because there's a very fine line between too much gas and just enough momentum on that obstacle. So that's where you have to I think a lot of people are just gun it, and you can't just gun it. But she she felt it grab and then she let off, but she was bunking at the top because she knew what she was doing, but she went past where you need momentum and kept going, and then was like boop 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 boom, and it was awesome. It was fun to see, but it makes me nervous. That obstacle makes me nervous. If there's one out there that I'm like, okay, there's 2 obstacles that I've done that I'm like, okay, I've done it, so I don't ever have to do it again. Is You Gotta Be Nuts and the
chute.
No, Jesus, the chute's easy. Chute's like a driveway. What's it called? Good Luck Drop in Vernal.
Oh yeah, Good Luck Drop in Vernal.
On Sand Dunes Gulch. Yeah. I have no interest. I have no interest in doing it again. I did it once, and I remember standing at the top of it, and I'm like, if I don't do it now, I'm gonna have to do it next time I'm out here. So I might as well get it over with, so I never have to do it again. But I got to the bottom and said, "Cool, done." And then the next year, I had a way better built Jeep. And they're like, "You're not going to do it?" And I'm like, "Nope, did it once. I'm good." And I went and took the bypass and went down, and I took a whole group of people who were like, I hate that thing. One little thing could go wrong, and it is way bad.
For me, that's the crack on the Fallen.
You did it once.
Yeah, I did it once. I'm not doing it again. I might go back if I get a 4-link and a proper suspension, but this suspension of this guy that was our old Jeep guy built. He's just good.
Just not doing it for you?
Just not doing it for me. I'm scared to death of it.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet either. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a year for. Who knows?
It is a scary obstacle because if you fall in the side, you're in. And I understand the trick to it is getting your back tire on the wall high enough so that it doesn't fall back into the crack when you
just because we know what you're supposed to do doesn't mean we have the
it's a
balls
lot
to do
harder
it.
to maneuver a giant gladiator into one of those spots than it is to say how it is to do it. I know how to do it.
Yep.
Just getting the damn truck to do it is a little terrifying.
Yep.
And it could be like a cold day and you could slip down in it because you just lost grip right there. It's a fine line on that one too. That's the thing is there's those ones that it's like, okay, I did it. I don't need to do that again. And then there's
terrified
other
of the obstacles like that.
Yeah, we've all seen accomplished, experienced wheelers get into predicaments that they really just couldn't help. I mean, it is. It's weather. It's rock conditions. There's all kinds of factors that can be thrown into the mix.
Totally.
Yeah.
But you get it. It's part of the game.
It is. But my favorite obstacle in all of Sand Hollow at this point in time is the Z-turn on the Fallen. I just love driving up to that and how intimidating it is. And then, the whole, that's just so satisfying every time I do it.
I'm excited.
Which one scares the hell out of you, Mark?
What's that?
Which one scares the hell out of you, Mark?
Oh, man. I have to agree with Pope, too. The crack on the Fallen at the top, that is it's pretty intimidating to look at. You got to be nuts. That whole area to me, I don't know, makes my arm hair stand up a little bit. And Randy's probably right.
You done flipper on the maze?
I feel like I have, but you would think I'd remember if I did.
Yeah.
So
see, and I feel like the flipper I've done now twice, and it feels so shitty. I don't need to do it again.
Didn't we do it last year?
I did it last year. I did it last year, and I did it
the year
before. I've done it a couple times, and I just think it feels shitty. I hate the feeling of it.
Which is that?
It's like a side obstacle. You have to go to the side, and then it's like usually you go. Yeah.
Here we go.
The flipper.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Oh yeah.
But there's a lip right there, and it flips you up, and then you come back down. And I don't like the way it feels. I feel like I'm going back.
Yeah, it's weird.
And you can't let off because if you let off, then you'll go back. So it's
I was literally in Sand Hollow that day when those pictures were taken.
You met Ryan.
The Blue Gladiator. I also know Rev Kit Dan and Mike. Those are two of the pictures that were there.
That's funny.
Yeah,
but that Blue Gladiator, I know that Gladiator from that day. They were only there a couple days, and we did the maze that same day.
We've been trying to map that whole area. Go ahead, Mark.
No, I was say, yeah, I know exactly where the flipper's at. In fact, both times we've attempted to go up there, we're so far back in line that there were just already a line going there, so we just pushed to the right and went around the other side. And just went over.
I think that's what it is, because there's like when we're on that trail for Trail Hero, what do you get? I think there's like 40 people on it probably.
Oh, at least, yeah.
Yeah, I mean 30 at a minimum, 40 for sure. Probably we're hitting, and so that line to get up that obstacle, it's not like you just drive up and go. You've got to line up. There's a few attempts at it.
Yep.
Depending on who's spotting at the top of it, you get over it real fast, or you could end up.
Well, I've done it enough times that I know where the line is, but like, but the thing is the difference between the Gladiator and a 4-door on that obstacle is totally different, because that's right. You kind of double on a. I've seen Gladiators do it, and they don't flip like they do because you're longer, so you're already up before
you can
hit
grab
the
it
back
on the
tires.
top.
Gladiator cheat code.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I love my
know the Gladiator cheat code. It's like stupid.
It is absolutely up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start.
Yeah.
That joke is just for Gen Xers.
That's right.
It's awesome. It's
you
fantastic.
don't know, you don't know.
If you don't know, you don't know, and they're not going to tell you.
That's it.
All right. We should do our voicemail.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear from Nathan.
Let's hear from Nathan. I remember, if you want to be like Nathan, call us at 719-408-0132. All right. Here it goes. Come on.
God, you're more annoying than a creative voicemail message.
Believe it or not, George isn't at home. Please leave a message at the beach.
Joe is on a vacation far away.
Yo, 148, 3 to the 3 to the 6 to the 9, representing the ABQ.
Oh, shit.
Hey, it's voicemail time again. Excited here as it's Friday, and my son and I are going to get out on the trail here this coming Sunday. It's been about a month, so excited for that, going through some withdrawals a little bit there. Just got a few things I want to get on the Jeep here before I head out. I actually just yesterday picked up the new version 2 of the truck bed rack that I've been running their system here for a couple years. I love it. The new one adds a little bit more functionality that I'm excited to have. It actually sits a little bit wider, so it'll fit my factory roll-up tonneau cover that the Jeep has, because their tonneau cover sits a lot wider than most options. So get rid of the aftermarket trifold one I had, go back to the nice twill rolled-up. And then I got another set of split shackles I want to get on my front bumper. I had a set I put on the rear before my last outing, and actually came in handy. I ended up using a toe strap at one point there, and having those split shackles, didn't think they'd be as exciting as they would. I just kind of got them because they were kind of neat and new, but being able to just throw a strap on there and not have to use the soft shackle in between now, because you can just split them, hook the rope, and be good to go, that's like super convenient. So that's something that I'm definitely a huge fan of, and I'll be putting those on any vehicle I have in the future. So I guess my question of the week is, what kind of unique products have you guys had that you kind of used them and then got excited about it? Like, hey, that's kind of neat. Like, everyone's got D-rings and stuff all over their off-road rigs, but the split shackle is kind of the next, evolution of that. So curious to hear your thoughts on that this week.
All right. So real quick, I'll share here what Nate's running. He's apparently running the trucked.
They're so cool. I've seen a few. I think Josh is running them now too, isn't he? Somebody else was using them, but I've seen a lot of people using them, and they're so cool.
The moose knuckle off-road split shackles.
Yeah, so I've got a set of those. Pretty excited about them. They're pretty nice. I just had mine powder coated. I just picked them up actually.
Nice.
And if you're someone who likes to keep your shackles on your Jeep like Randy and I do.
Well, we keep our shackles on our Jeep because we only really off-road them. We don't take them on the road all the time. And when I'm on the trail, I don't want to have to try to find one.
Yeah.
It's like everybody,
I think that's the thing. Yeah, I don't want to have to try to deal with.
It's best to make them match the rest of the vehicle, so I don't have to hunt them down. I just stick them on.
Well, and then you may as well color match them, right?
What's something that you're excited about? Bought it. You know what was for me? One of the easy
What's that?
Low-hanging fruit one. The 4-hose inflate systems.
Oh,
That inflate all 4 of your tires at once.
Easy plate. Like
Oh, okay.
The easy plate system, force tightening, more on plate.
They all have hose systems.
Yeah, they all have hose systems.
Prefer Easy Plate because they're our favorite. I mean, you're wearing Easy Plate right now. You're a representative.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
I have a hose system, yes.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I use that thing for everything. I use it for my truck to air down. I'm going to use it to air up before I tow my rig.
We were airing up one tire at a time. I think it took 5 to 6 minutes a tire, one at a time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is ridiculous. I'm going to spend like 45 minutes at the end of every trail airing back up. Forget it. Yeah. And so the 4-hose system, same air compressor with the 4-hose systems, just made it so it's 6 minutes across the board.
Easily.
Yeah.
They're all even. And my OCD kicks in.
They're all even.
They're all even.
I think it's going to help my tires last an extra 1,000 miles, which I'll take.
If they're not even, you need to work on making sure you get the chucks on there right.
Well, in their new chucks, I love Easy Flate's new chucks. They just slide on like butter. Like they don't fight you.
That's the one thing I do not like about my hose system is it's got these weird ass locking chucks that require 2 hands to put on there, and it's a pain in the ass.
That was kind of how the first round where they took us like a rocket scientist to try to get them on, but then they just got them new.
After 8 hours of off-roading, the last thing I have is patience. So I don't really want to do complex, engineering at that point of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a time-saving thing. It saves you a lot of time. If you have your own compressor, your $50 compressor from Amazon or from AutoZone, doesn't matter. You can use this air system with it and still get that kind of time saving out of it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Agreed.
And I think for me, the one thing that I always go back to, like I knew adding onboard air was going to be something that I really enjoyed. It was worth the investment. I didn't realize that it was going to be it's one of my top 5 things that I've done to the Jeep now, because it makes it easier to get on and off the trail. It's you add the hose system to that and it's all over. You're done in 10 minutes and you're off the trail. So
that's nice too.
I need to add some split shackles though.
I need to add those split shackles too. That's something I'm jealous of.
I should go grab mine and show you my powder coat. They look amazing.
Yeah.
Go grab them.
Yeah, you want to grab them? I've got somebody grabbing them for me, actually.
Look at this. Administrative assistant going to grab them for you. Very nice.
Intern for you.
Hey. As long as she's looking to be not paid, then that's the job for her.
There you go. Yeah,
all right.
So we had them powder coated. Thank you. Had them powder coated. My lighting's terrible here. I apologize.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're going to match my my coils, but I love them because they do. They're split. So sorry, they're not. I mean, obviously they.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they're amazing, and they come with all the additional pieces. So you can get them in any color that you want from them, or they've got what is called a raw dog, which is a bare metal, and then you can set them off a powder coat. But I love this color, so I mean, they look really nice.
Well, I mean, Jem would have to have them
stupid
powder coated.
Yeah. They have them in yellow. I checked. I looked at them.
Yeah, I was going to say we could probably talk to Beatrice and probably get you guys squared away. So with some, try and make that happen. But
I just need to get some yellow ones. That's all. I just it's everything's got to be yellow.
Oh yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Because we have Jeeps, I guess.
Nathan said in the chat the most modern compressors exceed the CFM output that a single Schrader can handle, which is like they call your tire valve. Mm-hmm. So the multi-tire inflation kits are actually less abuse on the compressor.
Yep.
So the compressor isn't working harder to push the same amount of air It's just pushing the same amount of air for a quarter of the time.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. So, yeah, and I will say that I hate the CFMs on the ARB, but I do enjoy the fact that it's on board. So,
do you have the dual ARB or the single?
I have the dual. It was like $150 more at the time, and I'm just like, it's worth it. So
we have the dual in a case with the air tank, and
okay.
We also have the EasyFlate case and the EasyFlate Moab compressors. We kind of go.
We have more compressors than we know what to do with in our garage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one do you go back to more often?
And so, like the EasyFlate one.
We use probably the EasyFlate case is probably our favorite.
Yeah, the EasyFlate case is my favorite one, just because it's got an obnoxious hose at the way that it connects. I think it's a little weird. But besides that, it's a better CFM than the ARB dual compressor. Like the ARB dual compressor takes me about 10 minutes to air up. The EasyFlate one's around 8.
Each tire.
Yeah.
If it doesn't overheat.
Yeah, if it doesn't overheat. So that's kind of where you want to be. They get hot. They all get hot.
They all get hot.
But I don't mind having. I usually bring one of each with me, so I try to bring the ARB one and the case with me. Those are the two. Those are the two go-tos. The other ones, everybody sells the same one. The 2 compressor thing. It's everybody seems to. Every one of them, people have the same one. They're pretty good, but they're not my favorite. I like the case better.
Oh, like the VAR ones? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or VA or whatever they call themselves. All right. Yeah. There you go, Nate. I hope that answers that question. I don't feel like it did. Did we ask you, Mark? Did you chime in on that?
What's your favorite thing?
Oh, my favorite for the compressor?
No, what's your favorite like random thing that like?
What did you add to your stuff or your Jeep that you didn't think would be that big of a deal, and then a couple years later, you're like, that's way more than worth its money?
Absolutely, my EasyFlate system. I'm not just saying that. I love it. Yeah, being able, you already have trail fatigue, right? So you're just, you're exhausted, you're tired, your back hurts, and the last thing you want to be doing is spending 10, 15, 20 minutes per tire airing up. Being able to just hook up all 4 and just go and being done 7 minutes or 6-7 minutes is huge. And then that's to me has been the biggest. I love it.
Awesome. Well, be able to walk away and just like talk to your friends while they're
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and make everyone else take longer because they weren't paying attention.
Well, and then you can pick on them, like, let's go, hurry up.
Yep.
Oh yeah, get done first. Yep. It's the only time that finishing first is a good thing.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right. We should do some news.
Let's do some news.
Because I know Pope really wants to do that first one.
I do. This is kind of a funny one. Are we having our? We got the fucking Pope audio today.
We should do that. I wasn't paying any attention.
Where's my intro?
Where's my fucking intro?
Where's my damn music?
Time for the Pope to read the news. Wait, we got the fucking Pope? Sorry, Trailheads. I'm now told it's just a guy named Pope reading the news.
So, this might be news to some people, especially in the Tesla variety. All-wheel drive is not four-wheel drive. So the National Park Service is cracking down on drivers taking all-wheel drive vehicles onto four-wheel drive only roads. And that includes many electric vehicles. Recently, a Subaru Crosstrek owner learned this the hard way after being cited for driving on a four-wheel drive only trail in Canyonlands National Park. The fine for this mistake, up to $5,000, and you could also probably go to jail for 6 months.
What?
Yeah, I know. Weird, right?
Not the first offense, but you do it again, and it's $5,000 or 6 months in jail.
Yeah.
So what's the big deal? Well, all-wheel drive systems like the one on the Crosstrek can handle some light off-roading. They lack the hardcore capability of four-wheel drive systems. These systems ensure that all four wheels receive equal power, which is crucial when navigating tough, uneven terrain. For EV owners, this restriction is significant. Only a few models like the Tesla Cybertruck in its Cyberbeast configuration or the Rivian's quad-motor R1T meet the NPS strict requirements for four-wheel drive trails. Currently, most other EVs, even with all-wheel drive, aren't equipped to handle these trails, making them off-limits under current rules. So wait, I was caught by surprise that the Cyberbeast meets the strict requirements while the regular Tesla trucks don't.
Correct. And I think it's because they don't have all of the software yet. Like, I think they're releasing some of those functions now to some of the regular Cybertrucks, but as of the time of this writing, I don't think they have all of the function that they're supposed to have.
Oh.
And the Cyberbeast is supposed to be a whole nother version that costs more money. So, which at $100,000, I don't know how you're spending more money on that truck.
One reason why they do this is your all-wheel drive vehicles and two-wheel drive vehicles on those are going to tear up the roads.
Yeah.
And they cause a lot of the washboarding and a lot of the things that make the roads terrible to drive on. So that's one reason why they would do that.
Yeah, you're in Colorado and you're wondering why roads like Rampart Range and shit like that are absolutely terrible washboard roads. It's because of all the two-wheel drive vehicles that get up on there and speed down it. So it just tears it up. So what I liked about this story too is that this guy wasn't like cited by a person in a truck or something. I think they caught him on like a trail cam essentially and sent him a letter in the mail.
Yep.
And which made it that much better. And I'm all for this. Do it. Increase the fines.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just think that it's good for them to like give them at least a warning. I was like, that's a pretty hefty fine, jail, and $5,000 fine if you didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like the red cone thing, right? Like this guy passed multiple signs saying four-wheel drive only, and part of it is an education piece. I think, people with Subarus have been sold like the commercials, and they're like, well, yeah, I can go up on a mountain. Isn't that what the commercial said I could do? And you can go on a dirt road. You can go on fire roads with it. Right. And that's about the extent of it. So
it's great for camping. It's good in the snow. That's what it's really good at.
Yep.
And that's why you want to buy one, is because it's going to be freaking good in the snow. If you live in Salt Lake, you want to drive a nice snow-capable vehicle, right?
Yep. It's probably not the best for being out in the middle of a national park.
No.
No. Don't take your Subaru to Sand Hollow. There aren't trails for it.
Yeah. No, you will be mocked as well. Like you will be thoroughly made fun of at that point. I think.
Still, one of my all-time favorite YouTubes of Matt's off-road recovery is the Subaru stuck in the tunnel. It's just amazing. It's my favorite.
I couldn't
I'm gonna find it. We're gonna have to
Okay.
It's like one of the best things ever. And he looks at him and he's like, well, we just wanted to see what was on the other side of the tunnel. And he's like, nothing for you.
Yeah.
There is nothing on the other side of this. And he kept saying,
you can also see it by going on Google Maps.
Yeah, it's a crazy little climb getting out of that tunnel, either way direction.
It lets you know you're there.
Yeah.
It's like
100%.
You're in Sand Hollow.
Here you are. Welcome to Sand Hollow.
Our primary unpaid intern says that the Cyberbeast version has additional motors. That's so. All right, more money for a vehicle that looks like a dumpster.
That's it.
It is so ugly.
It's just not attractive. Like you can put wraps on it and stuff, but it's still like a Jeep is about as boxy as I want to get.
Yeah.
I want to apologize for calling all the Gladiators with rooftop tents dorky. Now that there's these Cybertrucks on the road, they are the dorkiest things on the road.
They really are.
Like, they are just big, obnoxious, square, dorky things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it just says Poindexter.
And this is the guy that owns a Gladiator. Now, his Gladiator's cute, but it took a lot of money to get it cute. They're like...
It also takes a lot of money to get a Cybertruck looking cute, but his truck wasn't $100,000.
You can't make a Cybertruck look cute. That's the thing. They look like a dumpster. Like, there's no way you can make, no amount of money
Like
and make
even
it
the
cute.
coolest one that the Heavy D Sparks guy made, even the coolest one is still a Cybertruck. Like I still am like, that's still a Cybertruck.
Yeah.
I can't get behind it. I just can't. I
And I
don't
think
like
they
it.
even look worse when they like wrap them and do weird things to them. Like they just get worse instead of better.
Big and obnoxious is how I do shit. Like that's my truck. It's big and obnoxious. That's
It's so
and
it calls your calling card.
Crosses that line. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
That's like 10 beads. The Cybertruck is like driving around with 10 beads.
Just starting there. You're not even. Yeah. You just turn it up. That's so awesome. All right. Next
story. Oh, these poor Tacoma problems.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping Alyssa was going to be here so we could talk shit about Toyota.
Yeah, well, we'll just talk shit about Toyotas without her, and then it's like backstabbing instead of like.
That's all right. Come back to the show.
Come back, Alyssa. We miss you. All right. Toyota's reputation for rock-solid reliability is being tested with the 2024 Tacoma. New owners are already reporting serious transmission failures, and it's happening with both manual and automatic models.
Wow.
Again, people buying manuals. One Tacoma owner shared that their transmission failed after just 342 miles, barely enough time to break in the tires, let alone the transmission.
Isn't the 500 miles the transmission break-in point?
Yeah. So what's troubling is that this isn't an isolated issue. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, website is seeing a growing number of complaints, some from drivers whose transmissions failed after just a few hundred miles. The earliest report was filed on May 10th from an owner who experienced problems with this just over 1,200 miles on the clock. Another report mentions a failure at 989 miles, and one from June 23rd said the transmission quit after 209 miles.
Wow.
Despite these mounting issues, Toyota has yet to announce a recall, leaving frustrated owners in a bind. And to make it worse, getting a replacement transmission could take up to 4 months due to supply shortages.
That's the rub, man.
Wow, man, Jeep has such good quality.
Yeah, let's not go that far, shall we? Let's calm down.
Oh man.
I know he's like dreaming.
Right. Toyota is covering these replacements under warranty, but it's a small comfort when your brand new truck becomes an expensive paperweight before it even hits 1,000 miles. Poor people. Toyota's loyal customers buy their vehicles for reliability, and this situation is definitely putting that reputation to the test.
You guys are all just happy that like you have one win.
Fuck
one
you,
win.
Toyota.
Look, one
yes,
win.
damn
You
it.
have one
I am
win.
glad we have one
that's
win.
it.
Yes.
No, man.
They mess up once. Just kidding. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of issues. Like everybody has issues, but I'm just laughing
because if this had been
like,
Mopar would have told me that it was my fault the transmission failed, and that there was no way that they were going to cover it, even though it had only gone 200 miles. That's the difference. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably. There's definitely something to be said here. This is the new four-banger Tacomas, right? Or
I don't know.
Are these ones still V6? I think they've made the last V6 Tacoma. I think these are the new 4-cylinders with the turbo.
Huh. Okay, I did not know. Well, apparently they should have put some more time in the transmission piece of it. Yeah, and Randy, it is 100% just a total opportunity to dig at Toyota because we never get that chance to dig at Toyota. So
I know.
I will take it. So yeah, screw you and your 24 Toyotas that are normally very reliable and just happen to not be this one time, and are still going to get fixed under warranty, and you're not going to have to argue with them about.
And then the motor's going to last 250,000 miles.
There you go.
And you'll have a brand new transmission in it twice.
I've actually seen Tacomas around 500,000 miles. So I haven't seen one at 1 million yet.
No, not either.
All right. Well, that was the Tacoma story.
It'll be interesting to see if that starts happening more as the internal combustion engine to electric engine starts to happen more.
Should we do one more, or are we good?
It's up to you. Do you want to do either one of those other two? Because you wanted to do the layoff one.
Well, yeah, let's do the layoff one.
Okay.
So Stellantis, the parent company of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and much of other places, is set to lay off 2,450 workers at its Warren, Michigan plant later this year as it discontinues the production of the Ram 1500 Classic pickup. The layoffs are expected to begin in October, leaving many to wonder what's next for workers in the plant, especially since Stellantis hasn't announced a replacement vehicle. So this 1500 vehicle is kind of interesting. The 1500 Classic, it's a low-cost entry-level option. It's basically, they keep making the older generation Ram 1500 as
like
a
you've been seeing this
model.
since the 90s. Yeah,
You've been seeing
the
same
same
truck
truck
since the 90s. It's the exact same truck, same body. Everything's the same. Well, they probably update the important things, the technology inside. But aside from that, it's basically the same truck. So there's new Ram 1500 models rolling off the line at a nearby plant, so the older version's days are numbered. While the phase out of the Classic wasn't a surprise, the lack of a new vehicle to fill the gap has local governments, workers, and United Auto Workers Union concerned. UAW President Sean Fain didn't hold back, calling Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares an embarrassment for cutting jobs while increasing his own pay by 56%. I fucking agree.
Ouch. That's
how much those
defend.
Jeeps cost?
No shit, right?
The layoffs come as part of Stellantis' broader cost-cutting measures under the Dare Forward 2030 plan, which aims to boost profits and double revenue by 2030. You have to be able to sell cars to do that.
I still think it's a fucking pipe dream. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, we're all going to keep buying our Jeeps, but there's going to be a time it's going to change a little bit.
Yeah. I think the part that kills me about the story is the fact that they apparently started building the new ones before they stopped building the old ones, and now they're laying off the people building the old ones. Like, that's kind of the way I read the story when I read it.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Seems jacked.
Yeah, there's the other thing about, that company in general seems to be having a problem from top to bottom with quality, whether it's paint, whether it's the Pentastar 3.6 motor. You've got these things going all throughout the company where people aren't wanting to buy your cars for some reason. And you go sit in front of it and they all are kind of the same, but they have this not quite great quality to them. It's like good or good enough. It's good enough because you're just going to get it dirty, but that shouldn't be the case when you're driving the Charger. The Charger shouldn't be good enough. The Charger should be fucking rad. Right. And that's the thing is I feel like I get in a Stellantis car and it's just subpar quality. They just stick different labels on the same low quality things and it's not as nice as my Ford is. And that's, that's kind of a shame.
If you spend $70,000 on a new Jeep with all the bells and whistles and then you drive it for a few hundred miles and you're just like, I can't, why is this trim falling off and why are these components not working? Why is this simple little stuff that it seemed like a problem last 10 years?
Yeah. It's been I think it's been about 10 years.
But we keep buying them and buying them and buying them and buying them. So who cares?
Yeah. My 2012
we just rip them all apart and put new parts on
our 2012 and 2013.
Some of us like to be in an abusive relationship, Randy.
We love it. We love it. We have 3 problem children in our lives. So
yeah.
I think it's funny that we're having this conversation because we'd buy another one tomorrow.
Oh, 100%.
It's a piece of shit, but I would buy 4 more of them if I could.
But I want a 4-door. Yes, I want a 4-door.
You're not going to pull someone who's loyal to another brand into your brands with this quality.
You're not going to grow the ranks. Yeah.
But if you start making cars that are super fast and fun to drive and feel good on the inside, they're high tech.
And don't fall apart.
Transmission lasts longer than 300 miles.
Looking at you, Toyota.
See, and I want way less shit. I want it to be so simple that it doesn't have anything that can break. You want all these bells and whistles and sensors that are going to explode and
No. I want an modern entertainment system in the Jeep with maps and navigation. But outside the cab, I want it 1985.
Just a bunch of wires and levers.
Yeah, basically, I want a motor that pushes my transmission and pushes the tires, and that's it.
With no sensors to tell me how it's going. Like, I just want it to, be it.
Quit trying to tell me how to drive.
Are you a fan of all the bells and whistles, Mark?
What's that?
Are you a fan of all the bells and whistles and all the shit that they do for us now?
I don't know if I really use any of them. Honestly, they're there. I don't really. We added, at the end of the day, I added all the bells and whistles I really wanted.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Okay.
So, that's the issue, is because you buy these Rubicon Jeeps, right? They're already really expensive. And then you rip all that stuff out to throw in new stuff. So
yeah,
we did it opposite. We bought 2 Rubicons and ripped out all the stuff, and then we bought a Sport as our commuter, because that's how you do things. Like, what the hell is wrong with us?
Right. We should have bought the Rubicon.
We should have bought the Rubicon and 2 Sports.
Yeah,
and then ripped everything apart and did it.
We would have saved.
I think that's the other reason.
Less money.
Yeah, I think that's the other reason I don't want to touch my Jeep, is because I spend so much money on it as a Rubicon. Like, I may as well just leave it like that, and I'll buy a cheap 4-door and then build the hell out of that.
Yeah.
I would recommend that. Believe me, we ripped off all these Rubicon parts off our Jeeps. Mark knows. He doesn't even have Rubicon transfer case left on his.
That's it.
And I'll be hitting you guys up for all those parts when I get that 4-door.
And when they come out with, a hood for, the Gladiator, neither of them will have, any Jeep left. It's just going to basically be the frame.
Seriously.
And the grill? You going to leave the grill alone?
We'll
Not
see.
going to replace with an angry grill?
Yeah, no. Yeah,
maybe a 2024 grill.
Yeah.
I'll trip people
out
to
want to
see
do that?
the 2024 grill with a gator.
I just don't think they're as cute.
It's got more airflow.
I don't like it.
I know. He likes the airflow.
I was going to say the airflow piece, but I've got, I hope you have them on yours. I can't remember. I've got those SB Tactical, or no, I'm sorry, not SB Tactical. The SB, sorry, I'm thinking of other stuff. The SB, those hood scoops on there that are on the front of mine. And they're fully functioning, scoops for us. So I'm getting air.
We have the Motobuilt hood scoops on ours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they don't actually put air into the motor directly. I don't know if that's what yours is doing or not.
Yeah.
But it is
It just releases.
It just releases all the hot air and brings air. Air does come in through one side and goes out the other, but only because that's the way where the air box is located.
Okay, gotcha.
And then it has a pan at the bottom to catch any water.
Yeah, it has a pan to stop the water from going in.
But it doesn't just sit down there. It has a really cool pan with opening kind of thing. But anyway,
yeah, catches the water and drains it out over a nice spot.
It's nice.
Yeah, after my first, after I got that 392 installed, after that first run to Moab in the summer, it was so, that motor, it's so stinking hot underneath that hood. You lift up that hood, you can, it's just crazy. So I put those things on there, and it made a big difference, I think, just with having cool air, being able to shoot through there. And
man, I have an S-Pod in my Jeep, and so it tells you what temperature it is under the hood.
That's good.
And before those hood louvers, I was sitting around 225 inside under the hood, and that starts making everything in the Jeep start acting shitty. You're especially if you have hydraulic steering, your hydraulic steering really acts weird when it gets that hot.
Yep.
Starts screaming at you and making a lot of sounds.
Man, I'm right there. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, and then we put these hood louvers in, and I've been probably the hottest I've seen my motor, and I've been wheeling in the desert in Utah. Yeah. I've seen it at 195 under there. That's the max.
Nice.
And that's been really nice. It's been a lot better. Everything's worked great. I don't ever hear my steering start screaming for its life anymore.
That's good. Yeah, I just swapped out the push button S-Pod and just went to the touch screen that's got the temperature gauges and stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So I'm excited to see, all the readings. So I love how it tells you how much, your voltage and all that other stuff and temperature. So it's great. For a while there, I was running 2. two of the eight push or 8-button deals in there. I had one on my, one on my pillar, and I had one just sitting in my cup holder because I don't use a cup holder for anything else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you need that for?
I have two. Right. Yeah, I have the 2 8-port S pods with the touch screen and.
Okay.
Yeah. Randy's like, "Why do you need all those buttons?" I'm like, "I haven't finished installing all the lights that need to go on this thing."
I got lights I still got to put on, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
How much night wheeling do you guys do?
We haven't been wheeling as much as we normally do, but I that's one of my favorite things to do is go night wheeling.
I love that.
We haven't done any this summer because we've either been in the shop or on the Rubicon or like preparing for the Rubicon.
Right.
But there's nothing that makes me happier than being out on the trail at night and getting to like turn on every one of my lights. Well, not everyone. I like if I get to turn my rock lights on, it's a good day.
Yeah.
It's a fun day. And if
I love night wheeling.
Yeah. And if Jem's 2 smileys, yeah.
I love the smileys.
Yeah, if the 2 smileys get to glow.
Yeah.
That's Jem's one thing on her Jeep that's like not important, but it's important to me.
That you just enjoy that design aspect of it.
But everybody sees my little smileys poking up over her picture, and they know exactly who that is back there. You don't even have to see my hood. You don't have to see anything. You just know that, like, oop, there's Jem Happy back there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, you go out there, and I always smile when I look at our night runs. The picture we did that a couple of years back in Trailhead, we did that night run with Baja Designs, and all the vehicles, everything's lit up. I've got a video somewhere from a couple of years back that shows, leading up to Trail Hero, but all the night runs, because it's true. I mean, you're doing day runs all day, and then there's a night run. So it's like, go grab some food. Throw some fuel in your rig, and we're hitting the trail. And I mean, 2:00 in the morning, whatever, you're coming off the trail and you're going to bed just so you can get up at 7 or 8,
Yep.
Hit the trail and line it up again. But the night runs are amazing.
They're crazy.
They are crazy.
Well, and going out at night, you can do an easier trail or a harder trail. A lot of times we end up like on something stupid, but a nighttime run makes easy trail harder because like the shadows and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But then it's also, if there's a lot of cliffy stuff, I love when it's dark because then I can't see how far down it is.
That is true.
I feel like you're not the first person to mention that on the show, is that they enjoy the fact that they can't be scared as much of the edges when they can't see them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense. Just don't get close to the edge. That's all I know.
That was my first time ever running this. My first time running the chute or seeing the chute in Sand Hollow was we ran it at nighttime.
Oh, that was your first time?
That was my first time. I'm going. It's fun. We did it, and we just did it back. You guys, I was with you guys.
Yeah, you were with us when we were with Matan.
Yeah, that was the first time wheeling together. But it was so much fun.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right. Well, let's do a couple of fail videos and get out of here, shall we?
Yeah, do that success video I sent today, too. That was scary.
Cool.
Which success video?
That just makes me... We sent it
the one you sent today.
Yeah.
That's just sick. Let's talk about it. Talk about, I don't think I'd ever do that, but then, usually when I say that I'm never going to do something, then I end up doing it, but, I'm pretty sure this video does not even do this justice.
I can't wait to see it.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Maddie J, yeah. I shared this in my story. This is amazing.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see the horizon is straight. It's far enough back. You can see the human sitting right there. This is, no joke.
So this is an obstacle called Snake Pit, and it's on a trail called Declined. It's a level 12 or 13, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's just insane.
That is like a spider. He is vertical.
Vertical.
Yeah.
He's got rear steer there, right? Like it's
Yeah, he has rear steer.
Yeah.
And those parts where he keeps falling back, that was my butthole would pucker.
Yeah.
Like that is.
I would have passed out and I would have fallen to the bottom of that thing.
That makes like You Gotta Be Nuts look like
a road.
A road or like Child's Play right there. Like that's
really
just like
does.
a kiddie pool.
Well, here's the thing too: that's a 13, right? That's not even topping out the scale. Like it's up there, but it's not topping it out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's those are $100,000 buggies. I don't know exactly what that is, but that's around what a rig that can do that costs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
sexy.
he's got some pretty insane videos of him doing some crazy stuff. Like he's a good
driver.
Matty J.
Yep.
Oh, that just it makes me pucker just looking at it.
That's one that somebody's going to be like, that's an RC car or that's a whatever. No, that's a human being being a spider.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. So this is this week's entry in overpowered vehicles with bad drivers.
That trail's declined like Rich Klein. Deklein.
Oh, this guy.
It's named for him.
Oh man.
Oh yes.
All right, I'm gonna leave the audio off because it tends to kill us on these. 6 wheels doesn't mean you can drive it.
Oh.
Do you even try to turn?
I don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe just didn't have enough power for all that vehicle.
Or was he trying to turn into the roll once he started rolling?
Yeah.
Like maybe, but I think that's just too much. It's just too much weight.
It's just mud. That
It's
guy
just
went,
mud.
push me back over. Let's go again.
Yeah, he built that to do hood rat shit with his friends.
Yeah, he did. He's not sad. He's not sad.
No. There's
10 people came and just pushed that thing over, and he went and did it
say
again.
Mark.
Yeah, this isn't his first time.
No.
Doing it.
No, I think the crowds and the rope tend to be the first giveaway.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, I do. I always enjoy when they have these super built vehicles like that, and they're just absolute failures. All right, one more for the Toyota crowd that I really was hoping that Alyssa was going to be here for, because this one just made me giggle. So you got your FJ stuck here, and then your FJ coming in to fix it.
Oh, I saw this one.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Oh, bad day.
That's just a beautiful moment right there. That's just amazing. That's how do you get rid of two FJs at the same time?
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Oh, it didn't even slide at all.
No, he pretty much that was just a lot of bad decisions in a row.
And then like a lot of bad decisions before the film even started, it looks like.
Yeah. You were coming in hot and stupid to start with. All right. Now, the last one that I've got is Best Top posted it, and I don't know this person, but I think a number of people do. So let's see here.
I do. It was Mark.
It was not Mark, but all right. I'm going to leave the audio on for this one.
10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper. Underground methods. Top-notch hoes get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror. Product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby. Got that product.
Now.
Yeah. She, I can't remember. I follow her. She's part of the Rockstar Garage team. Doggone it.
Just all of the beans.
The thing is it happens, man.
Yeah, like, oh,
I feel for her because I know exactly the feeling. Like, I'm like, yeah.
And I'm not really criticizing
like, actually,
this.
Like, I mean.
It's almost exactly like your role.
It is. Poor girl. It happens.
Yeah, so that is.
Except for she only flopped
Oreo,
once, not like
Oreo
multiple.
the XJ. Is who that is.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, Oreo the XJ.
It's a great build.
Yeah,
it did what it did everything it's supposed to do, right? Like the roll gauge protected her.
Absolutely.
Shut off the engine.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just
She didn't
she didn't even crack a windshield. What'd you say, Mark?
Yeah, she's a good driver. Yeah, Oreo the XJ.
This is the thing is that
Like I wouldn't even call it a fail. Yeah.
No, I'd call it like shit. Shit.
Well, it's the kind of stuff that happens on these kinds of obstacles where you need to hit it with a little bit of gas. Like,
oh yeah.
There's a chance that this can happen
anytime. That's the risk you're taking when you're doing shoot 'em up kind of things like that. And it's good to have these reminders every once in a while that you're not invincible.
It is. What we're doing is dangerous, right? And it's good to have if you're going to do this stuff, make sure you got a roll cage and harnesses like she does.
And a lot of people that do this are really good at it, and they still roll.
Yep. Exactly. So, all right. Well, that's all I had in that department today.
Well,
so
Oreo the XJ. Hopefully, no damage to the motor on that one.
Yeah, I feel like you got the engine shut off fast enough for that one. So if you happen to be a listener, let us know. Should be
if you stay upside down too long in those, they tend to not do well. But the people that she's hanging out with probably pulled the plugs on it before they let her start it up again.
She probably had it up there, yeah, or she got flipped over pretty fast.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's the kind of obstacle. What'd you say, Mark?
And she's got a few videos where she's rolled over, and that's not her first.
Not her first rodeo.
She's prepared for the problem.
She is, yeah. She's, it's like that didn't even phase her when she was on her top there.
I mean, she's got she's got the harnesses, she's got the exoskeleton on the Jeep. I mean, she's in a safe environment to do that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually what I was really impressed with on that video was her level of calm after the fact.
Yeah,
like she's very much just shutting the engine off and like hands off, make sure she's good to go, and that's pretty good. It's just an impressive video that they posted. I was kind of like, all right, well, they got the inside version of that one too, because you don't always get the
what happened in the cab.
Inside the cab version, right? Like, so you don't see all of the, because there's a lot that happens in those moments. You get a lot of throws you around a lot.
Yeah, she's got another video, where she's at Windrock, where she flips over backwards too, where she's on her top.
Oh boy,
she's done it quite a few times.
I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's awesome.
It is awesome. Yeah.
I mean, she's towing the line and she's getting her done.
She's a great driver, really confident driver. I'm going to watch a lot of her stuff. So she's nice. She's a nice person. We met her at Jeep Beach. She came over and was talking to us for a bit. But
that's cool.
She's good people, yeah.
Where Pope and Randy will be next year.
That's it.
Hopefully.
And we have come full circle. See how we did that? That was awesome.
I love that.
I'm really proud of myself for that one. All right. Does anybody have any alcohol left at this point in the show?
A little bit.
Okay. At this point in the evening, Mark, we do our parting shot, and we just kind of finish off whatever booze we have left. I actually just started another cocktail, so I'm just going to have to take another drink. And but cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Hope now you're just drinking from that bottle straight. I enjoy.
Mark, it was so good to see your face.
Oh, it's so good to see you guys. I miss you guys so much. So very
Mark,
soon.
thank you very much for joining us, man. Yeah, I'm really excited to meet you now in person.
Absolutely,
I've heard a lot about you.
Good people. Well, this is the one that gave Jason the mini keg of Jaeger.
Yeah.
So we've discussed Mark several times.
So you're the problem. Okay.
I'm the problem.
He's always the problem.
All right.
There's the fireball.
No, it's okay. I just need to know what I'm dealing with, Mark. That's all.
He's the problem.
He's the instigator, though. He's not the.
I am the instigator. Yes.
He's also Josh's crush. Rubistina Josh. He has a huge crush on Mark.
Yep,
Mark's like his boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
This is good news. This is good information to have. Yep. I will definitely have to share that. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy giving Josh shit at this event, just so you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what Josh is there for.
Yep.
Yeah,
good deal.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as he knows that. Yeah.
Oh, he'll know.
He knows.
We'll remind him if he's
Yeah, we'll remind him
if he's
that
forgotten,
he
we'll
loves
tell him. Mm-hmm.
Josh has lots of buttons, and they like blink, and you push. It's one of my favorite games.
They're very parent, so did you know how to press them?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know. Good to know. All
Just
right, we should get out of
Don't
here.
walk past this Jeep with steel wool, whatever you do.
Don't put your hand on the door.
Or actually,
don't like put your hand.
Don't
on
touch
the door.
his Jeep
Just
while
don't
it's
touch
dusty.
it. Don't touch it. Just don't stay. You can admire it from about.
Wait, the
at
guy
least-
with the white Jeep is afraid of scratches?
Yeah. This may be an off-road
Okay.
rig, but it doesn't like scratches.
Yeah, no shit. Okay. All right, Josh, it's on, buddy.
If you want to trigger him in any way possible, go touch his new cage. Just
Good
go
luck.
grab it and send it over.
I mean, I can understand that, though. I'll give him a pass on that one. It's a brand new part. I get it.
Randy's going to be using her cage as another skid plate on the top.
Well, that's what I thought it was for, and he's so worried about the new clear coat scratching, and I'm like,
no.
what?
Randy's like, I'm just going to use the top to pivot on the roof around this
Yeah,
rock.
and then I'm gonna I've got some tape to touch her up. I don't understand what you're. I didn't know that scratching it was a problem.
Randy's ready for level
Randy's
10.
yeah. She's like, I thought totaling this was freedom. Don't give me that crap.
Totaling it is freedom.
It's dumb, man. I could pivot on my top. Easy.
You may as well. Why not? Yeah. That's awesome.
I've
All
got,
right, guys. All right.
I've got a spray can.
We should get out of here. So, well, Mark, thank you very much for joining us tonight. And
Hey,
then
appreciate it. It's been fun.
Nate,
hanging
everybody
tonight.
else who joined us live. Yep, thank you. Nate, everybody else who joined us live, thank you guys very much for joining us live. And we'll see you guys next Friday. So,
50
see you guys
days
next time
of
at the
Trail
Trailhead.
See you at Trailhead.
Have a good night.
Okay.
See you, Trail Hero.
How's my hair?
It's,
oh, it looks so pretty.
No better than mine.
I'm rocking the short look too myself.
Nice.
Hey, you shaved it. It looks
good.
bald. Are you that gray right there?
That's how great
Wow.
I am now.
Wow, that's a gray patch.
I'm old.
In real
That
life,
is a
he
gray
doesn't look
patch.
bald right there.
I've got
She said you
shadow
look
on
bald.
here, but I don't know. You kind of see it.
Yeah.
But I have a full head of hair, other than it's short right now.
It's-
This
yeah.
is gray.
That's, well,
Yeah.
I'm afraid to grow my hair back at this point and find out how much of it's actually gone and or gray, because I know that there's more footage forward here than there used to be, and I just don't want to find out how much it is now.
Right.
All right,
Well, welcome
we
to
are
the